Okay, so I want to share with you guys a powerful key when it comes down to long-term NoFap and semen retention. Okay, now I'm going to get right to it, straight to the point, and not waste your time. It is this model right here. The formation of the 7 dhatus. Okay, now if you don't know what this is an Ayurvedic concept, right? Dhatus are like the tissues of the body, the layers of the body. And if you look at this diagram right here, there are 7 aspects or 7 layers to how the body assimilates energy in the body, right? It starts with food. Ahara, I don't know if I want to pronounce these Indian words, but let's give it a try. So ahara is food, right? Food gets converted into plasma, which is rasa. Rasa gets converted into rakta, which is blood. Mamsa, which is muscle. Meta, which is fat. Bone. So asti, maja, and shukra. Bone, marrow, and sperm. Okay, now I've heard of this concept before, but I was reminded of the power of it before or recently because I was on a 4-month-long NoFap semen retention streak, as many of you guys know. I went to China, right? And then after I came back from China, when my body was detoxing, I started to experience very strong, chaotic sexual urges that I could not transmute. Usually I have no problem with my sexual urges, meaning the first 4 months of this practice, no problem, right? When I went to China and I gained like 5 pounds over 2 weeks, a span of 2 weeks, and I became bloated and like chubby as fuck. When I came back, I felt as my body was sizzling off the fat and like detoxing from all layers of my body, I had to end my streak, okay? Now, the power of this information I'm about to share with you is very important because a lot of guys who can't succeed with sexual transmutation, NoFap, and semen retention, it's because their sexual urges are too strong, right? And it's because of this model right here. Look, if you're eating this shit, take a look at the screen. The standard American diet, where you have a bunch of cheese, low quality meat, buns that have been sprayed with pesticides, or buns that was created with wheat, gluten that's inorganic. You have a lot of sauce, right? Mayonnaise. You have a lot of sugar, processed foods, right? Hydrogenated oils, trans fats, things that will inflame your gut, things that will inflame your intestines, your body, your small intestines, give you chaotic energy. That energy is going to cause havoc throughout your body, throughout your system, right? If we look at this diagram again, the formation of the 7 dhatus, we understand that food, the very thing that we put into our mouth, gets assimilated into plasma, blood, muscle. Whatever doesn't get utilized forming plasma, blood, and muscle gets turned into fat, gets stored into the bone, the marrow, and the sperm. Finally, and then the shukra, sperm and ovum, the reproductive organs, the reproductive process is the very last layer of the body, okay? So when you're poisoning yourself, when you're eating low quality meat, animals that have been conventionally raised and they're being fed low quality feed, animal feed, like soy, corn, and grains, right? Vegetarian diet. You have to understand that these animals, if they've been confined to like a cage, they've been confined to like a certain feedlot, and they're eating animal feed that's been sprayed with pesticides or are not organic or have been GMO'd, right? You have to understand that you are what you eat, but not just that, you are what you ate, meaning whatever the animal ate that got stored in the animal's fat cells, you are now eating and storing in your body, okay? So the importance of diet and nutrition when it comes down to regulating your sexual energy, regulating your sexual urges is going to be paramount, okay? Now, I cannot stress this enough. The first 4 months of my NoFap semen retention journey this year, I had no problems with my sexual urges, right? I don't even recall having a sexual urge that was like, oh, wow, this is too much, right? But when I came back from China, ironically, after the plane ride And a few days after, as I like did a 180 with my diet and lifestyle, and my body was like starting to burn off the shit that I put in, like I was eating like an average Joe, right? Eating the normie food. That's when these sexual urges hit me, right? And I had sexual urges for the whole day. I slept on it and I still felt it the next morning of. So I was like, it's time. I have to let it go, right? And this is why right here, the formation of the 7 dhatus. If your body is toxic, it's going to find a way to let go of this energy, right? And it's going to come in the form of maybe sexual urges. But a lot of guys are malnourished and depleted from the get-go. So if you're eating a shitty diet, you're eating foods like this, and then you're also fapping off and constantly blowing your load, not only are you depleting your jing, your essence, your man juice, you're also causing a deeper depletion of your nutrients of your physical body, okay? Now, I took the slide off the masterclass. If you haven't watched it already, check out the masterclass. In shameless plug, in my training, in my program, in my course, Sexual Manifestation, I teach you exactly what I eat or how I eat so that I don't have sexual urges. Like I got back on no problem a month and a half in already after I came back from China. But after I had to like clean out my body very thoroughly so that I don't have stagnant, chaotic energy. But check those resources out if you're wanting to dive deeper. But let me read you one more quote before we close off the this video. It's gonna be short and sweet, okay? Oop. Okay, let me read this from you. It's from Swami Sivananda, and he was talking about brahmacharya. He says, "My dear brothers, the vital energy, the virya that supports your life, which is the prana of pranas, which shines in your sparkling eyes, which beams in your shining cheeks, is a great treasure for you. Remember this point well. Virya is a quintessence of blood. 1 drop of semen is manufactured out of 40 drops of blood. Mark here how valuable this fluid is." Now, virya and seminal fluid or like man juice is kind of the same, right? A tree draws the essence or rasa, right? Remember rasa from the earth? This essence is circulated throughout the tree, its twigs, branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. The shining colors and life in the leaves, the flowers, and the fruits are due to this rasa. Similarly, the virya that is manufactured by the cells of the testes out of blood gives color and vitality to the human body and its different organs. According to Ayurveda, semen is the last dhatu that is formed out of food. Out of food is manufactured chyle. Out of chyle comes blood. Out of blood comes flesh. Out of flesh comes fat. Out of fat comes bone. Out of bone comes marrow. Out of marrow comes semen. These are the sapta dhatus, the 7 dhatus, or the 7 dhatus that support this life and body. Mark here how precious the semen is. It is the last essence. It is the essence of essences. The virya that comes out of the very marrow that lies concealed inside the bones. Now, this is powerful because what did I just share with you guys? I shared this, right? The formation of the 7 dhatus. This is the layer your body goes through. This is the way your body layers energy, right? And if you're filling it with this shit, what do you think it's doing to your plasma, to your blood, to your muscle, to your fat, to your bone, to your marrow, right? People have to understand your skin, your eyes, your hair, everything is constructed from the things that you put into your body, okay? If you're putting in this shit the same way when I went to China, I mean, it wasn't as bad as this, but I'm sure a lot of the food that was raised was either GMO'd, not organic, low quality, right? Because I put in so much shit into my body during China, when I came back, I had a lot of problems with my sexual energy, okay? A lot of problems, okay? So the importance of diet and nutrition, knowing what to eat, putting high vibrational foods in your body, clean stuff, organic stuff, is going to be paramount when it comes down to succeeding with NoFap and semen retention long term, okay? So if you're struggling with NoFap and semen retention, look at what you're eating, check your diet. If you need help with this, get my course or book a call. If you want to do coaching, let me know. Here to help. Anyways, short video, that's it. Study this diagram, rewatch this video. That's it. Have a good one. Peace.